Hey, good morning, Montgomery. So it's Monday morning over the weekend. Terry shattered a molar, so I'm sitting in the parking lot at the dentist, just waiting on her. Can't go in because of COVID. Atlanta Highway is just outside, so it's a little bit noisy, so I decided I'd just videotape this inside the car. There's something we should probably talk about. Over the weekend, yesterday actually, the New York Times dropped the story about Trump's tax returns. I don't really want to get into it, but I mean, we didn't learn anything new. We already knew it. He wants to brag about he doesn't pay taxes. We all know it's the worst kept secret that real estate is a tax haven. In fact, over the weekend, the Graham Stevens show, Meet Kevin was on there, and Meet Kevin disclosed that last year he had 2 months where he cleared in the 7 figures. So, of course, the follow-up question is, how much do you pay in taxes? He was like, very little. He was a little bit embarrassed about it, but he was talking about, look, real estate, you don't pay taxes because all the depreciation you get to deduct, and there are a bunch of other tax loopholes, whatnot. And so Trump's tax returns, we didn't learn anything. No big deal. But what it does mean is that real estate investing is good. It's what you got to do if you want to make money. It's a great place to store value. As my mother always told me, they don't make more land. Real estate's only going to appreciate in value. Not quite true, but let's just say it's mostly true. Also, this is a great time to invest in real estate. Mortgages are at a historic low. Look, I don't need to persuade you why you need to invest in real estate. What I do want to persuade you about is why you should invest in real estate here in Montgomery. There are a couple things going on here that are really weird, and I don't really know why, but the rental market in Montgomery is fantastic. There are not many evictions. For some reason here, compared to a lot of other localities, people are paying their rents, which means if you own real estate, if you own a property and you rent it out, odds are you're not going to have issues when it comes to people not paying, which is strange, especially in this time of pandemic where it feels like you're always hearing stories about people not paying their rent. But here in Montgomery, for some reason, people are paying their rent. You don't have higher eviction rates than most places. It's a good place, especially compared to other places where you could be putting your money. Another thing about Montgomery that's unique is that there's a new fighter wing that's going to be coming into the Air Force bases nearby, which means an influx of military personnel. And military personnel are good about paying their rent because you have an extra bit of leverage over them. You can always go to a commanding officer and say, hey, this guy hasn't paid his rent, so they're more likely to pay their rent. Well, what is happening here? I don't know. Camera, the new gimbal, freaking out on me. All right, let's fix it here. Actually, I'm a little bit under the weather. It's been a rough weekend, but oh well. What are you going to do? The weather is great. It's going to be a hot one today, but what are you going to do about it? So, Montgomery is a fantastic real estate investment vehicle, opportunity. What I'm planning on doing is highlighting some of the properties around Montgomery that are great for real estate. Now, it's going to require a little bit more cash. Some of these properties will not pass appraisal. There's one in particular that Terry and I were looking at investing in. We just didn't have enough cash to do the repairs necessary in order to finance ourselves. But someone with a lot of cash, not even a lot of cash, you can get some bank financing. You just have to do the repairs up front, and the seller is willing to work with you. I'm going to try and get into this house and show it to you later today. But that's something that I want us to do. So pay attention to this channel. Keep looking for good real estate investment properties around Montgomery. And I'll also come back with just tips and bits, new stuff going on around Montgomery. But in the meantime, you can always reach out and contact me. My phone number is 202. That's a Washington, D.C. area code. Don't let it confuse you. I used to be in D.C. Now I'm in Montgomery. 202-538-5877. Or you can always email me. It's Travis, D as in dog, Neal, Neal, at exprealty.com. You can reach out to me on Instagram. It's montgomery.realestate. Or you can reach out to me on Facebook. Travis.d.neal Realty. So reach out if you got any questions. My job as real estate agent is also as information broker. I'm here to just tell you stuff. Pass on the stuff I got in this head. I don't know what else I'm doing here. All right. I gotta go blow my nose. I love you. Talk to you later.